A 15-year-old is dead after being shot by another teenager in Elizabethtown. It's our top story here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer. Shortly after 2:30 this morning, officers responded to an incident of a teenage girl shot in the chest at a Lowe's parking lot. WHAS 11's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Connie Offit join us now from the Elizabethtown Police Department, where they just heard an update on the shooting. Clarice, what can you tell us?
Well, Alex, last night definitely was not a normal night for the police department, and especially with this case, they call it tragic. The 15-year-old suspect has been charged with murder, but isn't the only person who's received charges in this case. An early morning hangout turned deadly at this Lowe's in Elizabethtown Sunday morning. Elizabethtown police say first responders responded to the parking lot a little after 2:30 in the morning and found a 15-year-old girl shot in the chest by another 15-year-old girl. They also discovered a man, 21-year-old Brian Harbison, doing CPR on the girl. The teenage girl later died.
The family of the deceased, when notification was made, they thought that their child was asleep in bed, and they were being told that her life was taken.
Police say Harbison met the girls on Snapchat and believed the victim to be 18 years old. Police say he bought them alcohol and picked them up. They then went to the Lowe's parking lot to hang out and drink. Harbison was sitting in the back of his truck with the victim, while the suspect was in the driver's seat. According to police, there is conflicting information on how the teenage suspect got a hold of the gun. She told police it was in the center console, and Harbison said it was unloaded, while Harbison says it was in the glove box and the teenager removed it without him knowing. Police say the 15-year-old admitted to pointing the gun at the teenage victim and pulling the trigger.
A lot of lives are devastated and ruined. I can't imagine from a parent standpoint what it would be like to lose a 15-year-old child, and likewise the family of the suspect. My heart goes out to them as well.
Harbison has been charged with unlawful transaction with a minor and wanton endangerment. He's currently being held in the Hardin County Detention Center. Live in Elizabethtown, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side. Alex.
All right, thank you, Clarice. And this is just one of the tragedies that happened in Elizabethtown last night.
On a report of a vehicle versus pedestrian collision, the pedestrian, who is an adult male, and we're holding that name pending family notification, was killed upon impact. He did die at the scene. The suspect, a juvenile male, did flee the scene initially. He went home, and a sibling brought him back to the scene immediately. He has been charged with leaving the scene of the collision.
You just heard again from Elizabethtown Police Public Affairs Officer Chris Denham, a man found dead after being hit by a car late last night. Police say the driver of the car was a juvenile, and he was driving southbound when he hit a man who was walking in the car's lane. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. This crash is still under investigation. And a man has been arrested in connection to a stabbing death of a Goodwill employee in the Pleasure Ridge Park neighborhood. LMPD arrested and charged Joshua Burton with murder. LMPD says around 6:30 this morning, officers responded to a call of a person down along Dixie Highway. When officers arrived, they found a man with a stab wound who later died at the scene. Burton was later arrested in connection to the incident. In a statement, Goodwill Kentucky Director of Risk Management said, in part, quote, "We are heartbroken by the tragic loss of one of our employees. Our thoughts and deepest condolences are with their family, loved ones, and coworkers during this incredibly difficult time. We are deeply concerned about the safety and well-being of our team members, and we are fully cooperating with Metro Police as they conduct their investigation," end quote. Anyone with information related to the case is asked to call the anonymous tip line. That number is 502-574-LMPD. And a 2-year-old is dead after a house fire broke out in southern Indianapolis last night. According to the Indianapolis Fire Department, firefighters arrived on scene to a house fire along Finley and Boyd Avenues in southern Indianapolis around 10 last night. 2 adults, 2 children, and a dog were safely outside from the fire when IFD arrived. But the 2 adults did tell the firefighters there was still a child trapped on the 2nd floor. The child was rescued, given medical attention, and transported to an area hospital, but he was later pronounced dead.
They're very fortunate that we have fire stations that are located short, just down the road from here. So they were very early on the scene, very well coordinated, aggressive search efforts. They were able to locate the child, and thankfully the parents were able to tell the firefighters where that child might be located inside the house.
IFD says fire investigators have ruled the fire as accidental with electrical as the possible cause. And we are now joined with meteorologist Austin Evans. And Austin, I feel like I have some coats on rotation right now, just seeing how heavy it has to be. And this morning, I wore my heaviest one.
Oh yeah, this morning it was windy on top of being cold. I only wore a hoodie to Kroger, and that was a mistake. But it's going to continue to stay cold tonight. Clear as well. That cloud cover overhead is going to go away. What's next? A mild Monday, leaning chilly and breezy. We're looking at highs near normal tomorrow, the low to mid 40s, but it is going to be breezy, so that's going to make it feel chillier. Tracking two potential cold snaps. One is beginning to get set in stone. The other is still a good ways away. Here's a live look from our Jeffersonville camera overlooking downtown Louisville. It's cold out there. We're in the lower 30s here in Jefferson County, pretty much everywhere else as well. Upper 20s in some locations, and it's been breezy today. Wind gusts still up to about 12 miles per hour, depending on your location, and that's the kicker. That's what makes it feel pretty rough out there. That cloud cover, like I said, gonna go away in a little bit. I'll have details on these alleged cold snaps coming up in my full forecast. Alex?
All right.